Hey everybody, Matt Michaels here with Sin City Steve on the Vegas Badboyz of podcasting, and soon we'll be joined by Rob as well. But we've had a interesting week of wrestling, to say the
Oh
least.
shit.
Um, and I'll throw you for a little loop, Steve, just because we've been off for the Christmas and New Year's. So no one has really talked about that alleged pay per view that happened uh, from AEW. Uh,
Alleged.
yeah, I mean, anything stand out to you other than the fact that it people had to pay for that?
So the thing is, it was definitely saved by the last couple of matches on the show. I know that you are not a fan of Adam Copeland. I get that. But I thought that the way that they used that contract won by Kill Switch Luchasaurus in earlier on in the night, allowing essentially a cash in that Christian Cage took advantage of, regaining his title. And yeah, Adam Copeland won and lost the TNT title, in case you're living under a rock or you're one of the millions that don't watch AEW. I get it.
But isn't so? Here's the thing: isn't that WCW in a nutshell?
Honestly, I get that. I totally do. If it would have been virtually any other character that it would have worked on behalf of, I would have completely shit canned the idea, thought that it was, complete bullshit. But it works for the Christian Cage character. And in the confines of that, it
Okay.
works. If it was, virtually any other type of a character, yeah, I would have definitely made it, into the WTF segments. But I think that given the set of circumstances and given what they're going to be able to do in the future, obviously they've planted the seeds for the Kill Switch Luchasaurus babyface turn. Whether that has anything to do with Jack Perry coming back, because he did file trademarks for the Jurassic Express name, as well as the I think it was a boy and a dragon or some shit, boy and his dinosaur.
Is
So
it
he
is it
filed.
him? Is it him coming back or just being a dick?
Well, so I mean, realistically, I think that you could have him come back and essentially get Luchasaurus or Killswitch to go back to being Luchasaurus, and you could end up having tag team matches with Christian Cage and Nick Wayne versus your Jurassic Express reunited. Um, that's one thing that they could do. I think that it is a very, very polarizing mechanism that they used with saying that there's going to be this contract that you can get, and then obviously Kill Switch wins the whole thing, and that should have planted a seed right then and there that there would be some fuckery later on in the night, and fuckery there was, and that's not even the main shit that I wanted to discuss. Gotta love it.
American Bam Bam chiming in.
I
Jurassic
know,
Express
no shit.
reunited, riveting. Yeah.
And I mean, realistically, the thing is, no one bought into the Jack Perry heel turn. I made it known, absolutely known on this show, that if Jack Perry would have been revealed as the devil, that I would have taken a month off from AEW. That was a shoot. I was not, just spouting hyperbole. I would have not followed the product for a month.
So you
But
mentioned it,
thankfully, that didn't come to pass.
but you mentioned it. So shouldn't you take at least 2 weeks off? Because talk about a fucking wet fart in church. I
I
mean,
mean,
all of this just for that? Like, what the fuck?
you're talking about for the Adam Cole reveal.
Yeah.
So, dude, the thing is, the safe bet is sometimes the right bet. It's not the popular bet, but it works and it tells the story. So I've said the same exact thing back when I was actively watching WWE. I think that, you know, the smart thing to do is not always going to be respected, but there are instances where it does work. You don't have to go out and try to shock everybody and swerve everybody with every single kind of reveal or a storyline. And I think that that is something that unfortunately has been way overdone. And now it's like you mentioned earlier, it's WCW type shit. So
Right.
I'm glad that it wasn't someone like a Jack Perry or, God forbid, a Nick Nemeth that was revealed as the devil. I'm fine with it being Adam Cole. I'm fine with it being the Kingdom. I'm fine with it being Roddy Strong. And I'm definitely fine with it being Wardlow. It works. And it'll allow MJF to take some time off because he is banged up. He is going to have to take some time away. And this will allow that faction to be built. Obviously, that's just assuming that they do build that faction through storyline. Who knows? That remains to be seen. Nonetheless, I think
Hangman Page is going to come in at some point and fuck up the whole thing anyway. So let's just face it.
dude, the Hangman Page return with Swerve. I mean, the only thing. So you guys had a Texas death match, okay, which everybody said was the best death match or garbage match or, you know, whatever kind of vernacular that you want to use. That match was so good. How could they make it any better? And then Page shows up. But the thing to keep in mind, who was the person that Adam Page was looking for when he burst back in on Dynamite? Samoa Joe. So I think that you could end up doing and building toward a Samoa Joe title defense against Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. So that, I mean, that's the only thing that would logically make any sense if they're planting these individual seeds.
I like what Travis had to say here. Name a time Adam Cole can do anything without a faction. That's a great point.
It's a great point. It's a great point. The guy's always had one.
He can't even do his wife without a faction, I hear.
Wow.
Just
The thing that I would
like
say too, though,
with her.
yeah, the thing is, even in ROH, when Adam Cole first broke in, he had a tag partner, you know. So that actually makes that's a great point, Travis.
American Bam Bam giving me props, saying I won the night. Thank you.
Well, I mean, you know, law of averages finally kicked in.
Right.
You know.
All right. So, usually we do Too Sweet for the week. Is there anything you want to point out for what happened this past week?
Yes, absolutely. Darby Allin versus Konosuke Takeshita. This match was fucking great. And by that, I mean, if you like watching one man get the ever-loving shit kicked out of him, Konosuke Takeshita needed a match like this where he just demolished and destroyed Darby Allin. The thing is, we always talk about WTFs, and the biggest WTF for me has been the handling of Konosuke Takeshita and how they've treated his heel turn. It's been terrible, absolutely terrible. The guy was white hot, and he turns heel on Kenny Omega, aligns with Don Callis, which in all reality should have been a great thing. Nope, absolutely derailed everything. And for him to be able to just beat the shit out of Darby Allin for about 12 minutes, it was what he needed. And hopefully this is the start to some rehab for his character and for his image within the company.
Yeah. And, for once, Darby got to feel what it is like, what he used to do to Gigi. So, woof. Oh yeah, I'm going there tonight.
Wow.
Sure.
Wow. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're on one.
All right.
It's
What else?
entertaining. Uh I mean, as far as that goes, we touched on the Samoa Joe winning the AEW World Championship. I think that was extremely well done. I was not expecting it. I was expecting MJF to retain the title because the show is in his hometown. Um, I didn't think that they would pull the trigger and put the title on Joe, but quite frankly, I'm very happy that they did. And the ending to the match shocked absolutely everybody, from the people in the arena to Bryce Remsburg to the timekeeper to Justin Roberts. At least that's how it appeared. And if that's what they were going for and all of those people were clued in to act that way, then well done to those people too.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you think about it, MJF, you couldn't keep the title on him because
Oh yeah.
you don't want the title showing up on WWE. So,
Right.
speaking of showing up, look at who just joined us.
Yo, can you hear me, boys?
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, this lighting is causing my already bald head to get even shinier. It's so bald, it's disappearing.
Happens to the best of us.
We kind of look like a hairy penis right now.
Oh, Jesus.
We got two balls and
Oh, yeah.
that's a hair on the head.
And it's a graying, too.
Yeah. We're a mature cock.
Yeah, this is when I shave off the edges to make it look young still.
Oh, God, I wish someone would shave off edge.
Some kid's mom did that, I heard. Mrs. Wayne, this is getting real.
That she's a Christian.
All right, can we just end it now? He lost again. He won. He lost. He won. And then some guy still wearing a dinosaur mask beat him, kinda.
Yeah, Steve thought it was brilliant.
What?
Yeah, good. Yes. So here's my standpoint on that, is because of the Christian Cage character. It works in that context. If you play that out with virtually anyone else, it's not going to work. And I think that it worked.
Here's my thing. So let me jump in on this again. My assumption is that one day soon, Jungle Boy Jack Perry will show up, have a babyface turn, come out with a green mask or do something. Then he finally beats the living shit out of Christian, which he deserves. Nick Wayne disappears into obscurity. I don't see Nick Wayne getting any type of realistic push from this. He's not getting any significant wrestling time. Which means he's not going to improve in the ring. This entire storyline is centered around Christian, and we're not doing trios tags with this. We're not doing, mixed tag teams. We're just focusing around Christian with this pervy gimmick. The mom's in the ring. She's not trying to bang him. Like, if the mom was trying to bang him and they brought it to that next level, you might as well just have it go to that next echelon where she's like, oh yeah, you're going to be my new husband. Let's just go for broke. And I'm not even trying. I'm not being facetious. I'm being dead serious. If we're going to do this, do it all the way and go, yeah, well, Nick Wayne needs a dad and I need a poppy. Some really make it as gross as you can at this point.
Well, speaking of gross as you can, Travis made a point. 2024, and we got Edge and Christian as the main focus on TV. It's
15 years
true.
later.
Wait until the Hardys, get the right into the story, and then we get that as the fucking main event of Wembley.
Well, here's the thing with the Hardys. I love the Hardys, but they've gotten to the point now where they are cannon fodder. They're jobbers. They are there to put people over, and they're good at it. And if at any point Jeff feels starting to feel a certain way, you got Jeff who's got the body and the looks. He does, but he doesn't have the strength of the longevity, and he will eventually fall off the wagon. You've got Matt Hardy, which at his best looks aged out. He looks fat. He's wearing the tank top in there to cover up the jelly gut. They were a great tag team. And that's the other thing. Rebby Sky was supposed to be this wrestler. We heard she was a wrestler. What made her unique was coming on TNA Impact, playing the piano, and giving these weird intros. So, okay, I liked that. The job with her was backstage at AEW. She got into it with Awesome Kong, and neither one has been seen since. So I like them. I like everything about them, but I wish that we had them 10 years ago now.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, if you give them a belt, give them the Ring of Honor tag belt down the road. Give them the Ring of Honor tag belt because it barely means anything. And then what I would do is I can't even tell you who our tag champions are in AEW. I know who it is. I'm being facetious, but Big Bill and Ricky Starks, give it to the Kingdom. If you're trying to put the Kingdom on a push, I cannot get behind the Kingdom having a push in this Undisputed Kingdom if they've got secondary level belts within a company that's already considered secondary to WWE, and then you've given your main event guys a secondary belt. It makes no sense. And then you've got two guys who are a slapped together tag team who have, I'm going to be honest, very little charisma. There was a scene where Bill was kicking people's ass in Timbos and Coke bottle glasses. Okay. I look like I should not be kicking anyone's ass. Matt Michaels doesn't look like he should be kicking anyone's ass with fucking Buddy Holly glasses on, both of us. So when Big Bill was wearing Buddy Holly glasses and Tim's, hey, yo, get over here. Get over here. What are you doing? Hold on. Let me get my glasses. I can't see you good because I don't got my contacts in. I'm soft. And it's like, oh, God, what the fuck am I watching?
Did you just say soft? What is this, WWE fucking 7 years ago?
Well, that was what the plot that was the verbiage Kenny Omega used when he was cutting that promo. He said, "Oh, somebody's looking a little soft in the ring." Yeah. So, look, I like them. I liked Dynamite. It was better. I'm waiting for Killswitch to kick the shit out of him, but if it's not going to happen, that means that there's Jungle Boy return in the future. And I'm going to be honest, for all the money Tony Khan has, give me the little kid too. Give me Marco Stunt. I want a full feel retro feel good moment. I literally want Marco Stunt to pop out of the crowd like a fucking little gopher that he is. And now everybody get the hint that something's going on because who is this little kid? And Marco Stunt could be wearing a mask. He could be a little dinosaur. Do something. I want retro Jungle Boy. That will be a feel good moment.
Well, you're the one because Marco Stunt does really nothing for me when he's in there. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't think that they need to go full on with that.
You don't like Reba? Come on, it's Rebel. She's great. She does that crappy split like she tried to do back in the day when she was in the Menagerie. You remember the Menagerie and Impact? And it was just a bunch of random assholes after fucking Aces and Eights broke up, and they got Rebel here doing a split on the middle rope, and you're like, hey, it's starting to get a little old there, Grandma, or your hips are not catching up. Oh, she did it. Oh, she did the split. Oh, did she tear her pants? No. Oh, good for her. Good for her.
So we've talked a little AEW here. Let's switch gears since you popped on, Rob. Full gears. We're all in on this. Listen,
at Wembley Arena, where we have 43,000 tickets sold and 37,900 to go, full arena, full in this August. What month is it? It's August. But next August.
Hey, man, Listen, all I know is I already got my Jacksonville Jaguars playoff tickets, so I'm set for this playoff season.
Am I going to find out
Absolutely.
that you went over to Daly's place and just start pissing on everything? Fucking
By
Tony
the
Khan.
way, by the way, thanks to the Tennessee Titans for taking care of business today and knocking the Jags out of the playoffs. My Steelers, thank you.
So the Jags are off.
Yep.
Yes.
Total jag off.
Yes.
Yep.
Complete jag off.
Hey, yeah.
Yep.
He knew where I was going with that.
Oh yeah. It's Tony Khan, so the Jags are the perfect team for him. Unless there's a team that is literally like white powdered. Yeah, and Fox Twitter and CBS Twitter did troll Tony Khan too about the Jags losing, which was pretty hysterical. As Travis points out. All right, so Rob, anything stick out to you WWE this week?
Oh yeah.
And, we will talk on 3 Count about The Rock because
I want to exclude The Rock from the comments, obviously, for obvious reasons. I like to sit at a picnic. I like to go outside. The Rock likes it, but sometimes The Rock wants to sit at the head of the table. I'm like, all right, fine. SmackDown is a logjam now. And it's a good logjam because you have too many faces. They did not disperse them well and by design. They could have easily put, AJ Styles on Raw. Could have. But you've got too many big name guys on SmackDown all going after Roman Reigns, and none of them are baby faces. But they aren't. So this is good. But this is like, you know what? You know that really, really, really hot girl that you're kind of on the friend zone with, but you think you have a chance, but instead you ran home and you jerked off. That's what this is, because after Elimination Chamber, after Royal Rumble, this is going to be over, and now we're back to, can we just get to the Cody thing? Can we just, come on, Cody? Can we just get to it? Look, we all know it's going to happen. We all know it's going to be Cody. SmackDown was good. It was entertaining. They pack more into 2 hours than Raw does in 3. They got rid of the superfluous third person now. However, I don't like the balance. I don't like the Scottish guy. He's really bad. He's a bad commentator. I can understand what he's saying, but he's just bad. Okay? He's Sheamus without the testicles. He's just, I'm way too excited. I'm so excited to be here. This is going to be so exciting. This is such a great evening right here on WWE Friday night SmackDown. Nah, he's terrible. Okay. The other one is just miserable to be there. I want those 2 fucks gone. They suck. Well, they're the worst commentary duo ever.
You write letters then, Rob.
I know. They suck. I will say this. They're bleeding. I like that. And they're cursing again on Raw. So they're starting to go, oh crap. This 5-year-old crowd isn't going to bring us over the finish line. And we're WWE.
Well, that's not necessarily coming from the WWE inside.
Endeavor?
Yeah, it's actually coming from the higher ups who want to see a little bit more maturity for the first time on the networks. So you're kind of getting a combination of everything hitting at once. The difference is you're not bleeding right off the bat. First match.
Well, Moxley sitting in the in the ring going, where is it? Here we go. Okay. So the fact that LA Knight was bleeding towards the end of it, he was selling the injury, he was selling his disorientation in the ring from Roman Reigns' spear. Again, that level of response in the ring, you got to learn that. That's the acting portion of it all, and he does it well. He sold getting his ass speared through the mat well. And that's a level of professionalism. He didn't just show up in WWE and go right to NXT a week later. He's been in wrestling a long time. I like the level of maturity amongst the competitors in that main event.
Yep.
This is what I like. At the Rumble, it's got to be him because he can afford to take a hit. He can come out and say, yeah, next week, and you're still going to say it. So Travis is asking who takes takes that pin. It's got to be him. Or Randy Orton, does. I don't think Randy Orton's going to lose it. You don't want him to lose any face. He's been gone a while. You want him to still look clean. So Eli Knight is going to take one for the team.
Could be, that drives the story. Another loss to Roman Reigns that he didn't necessarily actually lose, but some circumstance caused him to lose it. We'll probably see something like that, but AJ can easily take a pin.
AJ could too. And here's the thing. If AJ or LA Knight take the pin, it sets good storytelling up because post WrestleMania, the assumption will be that Cody Rhodes wins. So now Roman Reigns is going to have to go on a return tour to all of the people who said, hey, look, dude, you never pinned me. You pinned this other guy or blah, 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 or now I want my turn. So now it sets up a secondary tier storyline for all the people who are going to want to say that they were able to beat Roman Reigns. Because then the storyline will be, look, I don't even care about the belt anymore. We're past that. I need to beat you. I need to be able to say that I pinned you. So he has to start losing now. I think it's going to be a summer of losing for Roman Reigns. I'm calling it. He will have his rematch against Cody Rhodes post-Mania at, what do they call that post-WrestleMania pay-per-view? Backlash. He will have his rematch at Backlash or at the immediate Raw after. He will lose. And then it'll be a downhill slope for Roman Reigns. And then he'll take the break that he really deserves to take, which he should have taken. He should have lost at 39, taken the break, recouped, come back looking like $1 million, beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes 6 or 7 months down the road, 4 or 5, premium live events later, take it and run it all the way to 40 and then have another main match. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Cody get that little stint to say he got it and then immediately have that sour taste that he lost it so quickly. But we're past that now.
Travis made a point here. AJ takes the pin caused by LA Knight, setting up Knight versus AJ.
I believe that.
Very possible. Yeah. That's
some variants of that. Some variants of that. It could go either way.
One of the things that stood out to me was Logan Paul is a fucking star. Period.
Owns that belt. That belt is his belt. That is the Logan Paul belt.
Any motherfucker who can get in the ring and simply say, I've held this. I am so good because I've had this. No one's been able to beat me for 62 days. And he has not defended the belt once. Brilliant fucking shit coming out of his mouth. I mean, just fucking.
That's awesome.
The guy is genius. And then KO, KO punched him. It fucking just read so beautifully. The way he took the punch, and then backstage while they're trying to get an interview with him, you have Waller and Theory kind of hurting him away from the interview because he got fucking, this was just horrible thing that just happened to him. We got to get him in the trainer's office and stuff. And that's the first time that I looked at that and said, hey, it could, that could work. Logan Paul, Waller, and fucking Theory. Those are 3 cocky motherfucking young dudes who would be an absolute great faction. And it is true. Shannon Sharp is WWE bound. Shannon Sharp versus McAfee. Podcast versus podcast. That'd be awesome.
I want to see Cat Williams as one of the... Okay, motherfucking Paul Heyman is trying to sit there and say that his guy is the best. Paul Heyman 20 years ago was wearing a hair system. Nobody wants to see that fat, balding Jew in the ring. I was the first to say this.
Very true, right? Okay, guys. We kind of started talking about it with the head of the table and The Rock coming back on Raw. So I think what we're going to do is wrap up here for wrestling talk for now and jump on over to 3 Count. We're going to do something different because we are going to be at TNA here at the Palms on
There's
the
lots of TNA in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah.
yeah, well, we're going to be at the epicenter of the TNA going on at the Palms. So, and I'll tell you, when TNA is around, so are my palms.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little hairy situation, but
As soon as you get in the ring, the first thing you hear is Moose. Moose. Are you ready to party?
Yep. We're gonna break 3 Count up here into 3 different episodes each count. So tune in here for us for the live stream next. We're going to talk about The Rock's comeback, and then count number 2 we're going to record. Count number 3 we're going to record, and those will be available on Monday and Tuesday, the 15th and 16th, I think. So check those out. But for now, thank you for all tuning in. Whether you're on the podcast apps or on the live stream, we appreciate it. And until next time, happy wrestling, everybody.